Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back here on another day of Astro-Gravitational Report and Wisdom. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully, this report helps on some of you. Yeah, I was talking about that when the moon is going to be transiting into Cancer. Of course, she's going to be squaring a lot of things that beginning from Pisces all the way down into Aries. And after that, when it moves to Leo, she's going to be square everything there is in Taurus. So take it as a test time. But some of you, the beginning of the temporary feelings, that will make a permanent um, choices in life, a permanent decisions, I would say first, and then they're gonna be acting on this. So this is gonna be a one of the day that you're gonna be tested in there, and this is gonna be like is it worth it to make a family? Is it worth it to be with this person? Is it worth it to be that? And so on. There's gonna be some triggers all over the place in there. The personal suggestions that I'm giving it this to you is review where that comes from, because that's gonna tell you that that is the reason that this energy now it's coming in your life. Maybe you have to review family, the family that you grow up, why you're acting like this. What is your codependency situations, and what do you don't like within the person? If you are within someone in the relationship, what is that going on in there? This is gonna be a huge trigger to some of you. The divine dose gonna comes in and remind you, hey, it's just a test, just to see what do you see. Okay, the good relationship they passing through tough times, and now is that tough time. Let's see how strong is your love. This is gonna be a preview of this. Some of you is gonna feel a little bit like I'm not loved and so on and so on. But that is it right now with this energy of the partner, which is Venus, to comes in and actually does that for it, because those energies are exactly about that. When the one partner is down, the other comes in and supporting arm, but that has to not be in the base of needs and codependency, but of understanding and the love to be real. So this is what is gonna be tested out, and without other things, make some changes. Hopefully, likes gonna like it, the changes. So here is the changes. How about this? Now you're gonna see the big giant the screen, so you can see more within the aspects and what actually it is going on here. So this is the 7 o'clock energy. The ascendant that is a in the morning is going to be remind you about yesterday, of course. This energy of squaring the moon. It's just walked in within Cancer. It's the first degree, but that energy is going to be continue to have reflect over even in Saturn. It's going to have this energies towards Neptune and towards Mars. So basically, your limitations they're going to be triggered. Your visions in there is going to be triggered, and of course, Mars is going to be triggered. And this is what those energies is going to comes in. It's like, what the heck? I got hit today. It's like, dear, what is it going on? Well, in order you to build the proper family, which is the moon is got these divine energies with Pluto. This is when the astrologer sometimes Pluto is the worst guy in your chart. He is the bad guy. If you're thinking it that way, it basically shows you the truth about what is the other side looks like. Okay, so you can change, you can transform. Pluto is the transformations, the first and the most within your subconscious. Okay, those unconscious patterns that you have within you, you don't know where they came from. Okay, that's what Pluto sits in there. And that is gonna come in to say like, okay, let me see how you're gonna be acting or reacting on this. Have you clear some family patterns? And this energy is gonna come and it's gonna be very strong. But that is again, it's connecting with Neptune, so you can see it. But in order to see it, you have to be what? Within the divine vibrations. Otherwise, it's if you are on this typical human vibrations in the morning, that can begin to trigger all the go down the path. Oh, this is not worth it. Oh, this is not good. That is not it. The person it is, and there is someone, because you're repeating the pattern from who? Where did you learn that pattern from? First place. You probably learned it from a parent or you learn it from other people. Stay away from third-party advices in there for it, because usually this we call it country psychology over the kitchen table and the bottle of whiskey when you're trying to figure out family issues. Okay, focus within yourself. 8 o'clock, that energy is gonna come out too strong for it. That energy is gonna comes in, is gonna be removed from Saturn. It's gonna be squaring Mars, which is gonna be a very intense of this. But at the same time, the moon is squaring also Lilith, and it's squaring Lilith, but that is a this mean Lilith. Okay, I'm not saying that it's a mean like a personality. I'm talking about mean. It is what you hiding in there within yourself. While the true Lilith is about very close, it's at 3 degrees. We're talking about down in the bottom. This is where the Lilith, the true Lilith is, and but those are half aspects. Okay, so basically she's out of the picture. So now that shadow side maybe comes out within you, and in a basic of this temporary shadow side, the way you are in the pit, basically in the mud, you're trying to make decisions. And when the midheaven is going to be hit you at 8 o'clock, is going to be trying with this. It's kind of like, hey, you're in the mud, put some positive energies, put some positive emotions with and then there. Okay, so that's what you need to do. You need to look at that positive side, so the moon can be seen at this Pluto's energies from Neptune, and Neptune goes into where? To Jupiter, and all that energy continues to grow where it's supposed to grow as you've been continue on working on the same process over and over again. All right, talking about 9 o'clock energies, the midheaven is going to be with Saturn. You're going to see these limitations. Of course, the limitations is in your shadow. That's what you're hiding within yourself. You don't want to be showing up weak. You don't want to showing up in this and that and so on. For it, the moon is going to be trining with Mercury, which is open for communications, and this is what you're going to be triggered. This part of I need to talk to someone. The person you need to talk to first one is you. Okay, and before you talk to other people, see if these people they can give you a good advice. You can't go to advice to people who have not created this proper family environment. So the best thing here is sit down and thinking about it, what you are going to do. Okay, the best thing that I'm suggesting you is self-educating yourself. Okay, because otherwise you're going to be maybe picking up energies from other people, other people's experience. If that's not your parents, maybe some other people experience, and you will try to match them with the experience that you currently have. Okay. All right. As we are talking about this energies, the midheaven is going to be focused with Mars. This is where the Mars is going to be, and he's like on this energy that it's like, you know what? I don't care. I don't want to build family. I don't want to be. I don't want to see you. It's not all this. And tell the intuition, it takes that. You know what? Goodbye. Instead of changing that information, changing those energies here with Pluto, this is gonna be with this Neptune and the midheaven and Mars energies. That is gonna comes in. It's like, hey, when are you gonna mature? When are you gonna grow? And you're gonna see it when the moon is gonna be there in about 2 days. You're gonna be working on that energy. Okay, so a lot of you is gonna be probably feel this intense energies that it's kind of like it's old energy. You're facing it not for the first time. Okay, but with these energies in there, if you give up on this situations, that lesson is gonna come back and bite you. Okay. All right. Talking about 11 o'clock, that energy is coming in. It's a little bit more calm down. You see what it needs to be healed within the family traits, or something that it's triggered that you learned for it. But that is going to help you with understanding what the real problem is. How can you fix something if you don't understand what the problem is? You won't be able to it. Okay, some of you may be out at work, maybe out of situations and so on, trying to see what this is. Okay, so be patient within yourself, having this think of what is this negativity and how to fix it. Because once you learn how to fix it, that energy is not going to bother you, because the next time you come, you will know how to deal with it. But if you don't fix it, this energy is going to come back over and over again. All right, talking about the next hour, the things in the material world. You're probably at lunch. You're at it's 12 o'clock. It's midday, pretty much for it. Great energies with the moon. You're gonna be working within your intuition. It's like, you know what? Let me stop for a second. I need to see what I'm going on. What happens in the past? What I did in the past? What I learned from the past? If I am gonna be continue doing the same things over and over and over and over again. Okay. For some of you, this is going to be also connecting with material situations, living in the material world. Okay. Because between this hour and the next hour, the midheaven is going to be transiting through Venus, is going to trigger that love. But Venus isn't divine energies with the South Node. It's like look at it in the past. This new thing is totally different. And as a midheaven, it's gonna be within this beautiful, beautiful energies there. The moon, it is in a very good sextile with divine energies. Once the moon is gonna be arriving at the first degrees of Virgo, there's gonna be this last degrees. But as you see it, who is in charge here? Pluto. The moon energies goes down into Pluto, then that energy is going to the ascendant, and from the ascendant gives you the proper visions of how you to harmonize everything within yourself. But if you pay that energies of towards Mars and Neptune, and you shove it down into the past, is like, okay, well, this is the same situations like the past, and that's how my actions is gonna be based of it. Things are repeating. It's bad. It's ugly, and I cannot seem to have exit. Why it's always happen on me? Okay, this is going to be a lot of emotions for it, especially when Mars is squaring the moon at Cancer. Usually, those emotions are not that great. Okay, they're mostly leading to destructions. But if you look at it, why you're causing these destructions, you understand it. The other side of destruction, creation. And this is why the moon that it's at transiting at Cancer is going to be helping you to understand destructions, but also to understand creations. All right, talking about 2 o'clock, the midheaven goes into the Gemini. You're going to be seeing the both issues, the good, the bad, the ugly, forever you are, in what situations is in there within. The ascendant is going to be at Virgo, the mid Virgo. There is still beautiful energies with the moon, but it's going to go away between now and maybe the next 20 minutes. So by 2:20, that energy is not going to be there. But looking at those positions for it, the moon is going to begin to, as she begins to move in there, that energy of affections towards Mars is going to be increased a lot. Okay, the moon is at 5 degrees and Mars is at 8. So the more the moon move goes towards the 8th degree, the more the pressures over Mars is gonna be coming in. So here is we're talking about the next hour, which is gonna be at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. You see it what you need to heal. You see the situations is in there. You see in your limitations, but you're probably gonna be seeing more the limitations within the other people, the other situation. Okay, that's coming from Gemini. Gemini have a hard time to look from within them because they always look in the other person, okay, because they take in the things personally. Now, if you don't take the things personally, you're gonna be healing that of that, talking to yourself. You're gonna be passing over to those limitations, and you're gonna be able to get off of this shadow side, the circle that you were yesterday. But if you learned the lessons from yesterday, you did it. If you're not, you'll continue going into this kind of like a lower down path from within yourself. Here is this energy at 4 o'clock. You leave in work. You're kind of like, now I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna be this and I'm gonna be talking about that and so on and so on. And the divine says like, really, you're gonna be repeating the same problem. So usually during this rough periods in there, this is when the intensity of the communications. It's kind of like a because this is a cardinal intense energies for it, and this can talking about a lot of inner fights. Stay away from getting it there of angry mom, because when a mom is angry and you try to want something and mom screams and yell at you, you're like, oh, is that is my mom, but that is that energy because you never seen her angry, right? And this energy is going to be triggered from the relationship, the situations is in there, but also look at it, your intuition is going to be out of the whack because of the pressures that comes in from Mars is in Aries. He's ready to fight, he's ready to war. I'm done, I'm tired of it, I want to fight for it, or I'm just going to be destroying everything because I cannot take this energy. But how you need to sustain that energy? To sustain that energy, you have to look at it, the Pluto that says like, hey, here it's that visions. Go get your growth, go mature in there, go see that shadow and fix this issue. And at the same time here, I'm giving you the proper opposition. You're gonna be missing your dreams, your hopes, your beliefs. Is the love is in there? What are you doing with this? So that energy of the next hour, for some of you who fix these issues, that's gonna be great. You pass over through the limitations, you grow a lot, you see the right things. You probably didn't repeat the past. Some of you though is gonna repeat the past. Some of you is gonna go and is gonna blame your partner for your own weaknesses that you were not able to handle it. Some of you though who's gonna heal it probably is gonna heal the codependencies in there for it, and seeing it within that energies. Here Venus is telling you, come here to the love in the earth, okay? Don't go around here and be on these emotions. Don't have this fire because you feel alone. This is that part when the Venus is gonna acting apart, okay? Whatever it happens and so on, but Venus is gonna comes in. It's gonna be like, but don't try to indulge the person, but express your love and feelings, and your abundance is there, okay? Not like you pay the money, it's like, let me take you to dinner, it's gonna be feeling okay. I'll buy for it because you buy so many dinners and so on and so on. Trying to, because the guilt is coming from it, and you only try to feel sorry about it. It is about you to be finding the truth within you. That's what the moon is triggering everything. Okay? You to learn it. You to be learned to be truthfully and honest with that. All right, here is that review for you because the moon is gonna go in there. Okay, I'm talking about within about pretty much 2 days. She's gonna be in there. She's gonna be facing that transformations, and how you gonna handle this. But as you look at it, the ascendant of Libra, it says like, wait until the moon goes in Libra. You will see how the divine was giving you everything. When you make bad choices and bad decisions, and then about like pretty much like in a week after that, you come to realizations. Oh my God, I did this, I missed this, I did that. I need to go, I need to make a balance, and this and that, and so on and so on. So many things in there. But if you staying away from this energies in there, you grow. That Mars right here is gonna find its own peace. Don't act prematurely. Don't act immaturely. That is it, the whole lesson of today. All right, for those who wants to mature, there is no limit. For those who doesn't, they cannot mature. And this is gonna be the next trigger. In there, the midheaven, as you see it, it's squaring here Venus, the Sun, who is actually pretty much united now with Uranus. In there, and the divine energies that's gonna be kicking with Saturn, the karmic ruler. It says like, let's fix all this, let's get all this, right? And you will be able to see those positive energies. The ascendant that is a at Scorpio is gonna come to the moon. It's like, can you see the good things? But if you're in a bad emotion, the ascendant goes like, I don't care about these transformations. I don't even want to talk about it. You know, done is done. And this is when some of the people is gonna fail with this, because the lesson yesterday was about to reevaluate your friendshipness with you. All right, healing time. For those who are healing, who did the work, this is gonna come in a positive way. As you see it here, this is at 10 o'clock energies. Very powerful shift from the divine energies from the moon, from the midheaven, that it goes into Virgo. Powerful, powerful energies at that point is involving the moon, is involving the energies that you're going to be coming in. You see it that something from within you have to go into the shadow. But at the same time, the moon begins to square what? Mars and the North Node. The time when you put those negative emotions and you're sabotaging your destiny because you don't see it. You don't see it. Mars is like, what I'm going to be supposed to do. I don't know what I'm doing. I only have negative inside of me. I'm only just thinking negative. I don't know what the heck I have to do. Okay? You, within the intuition, you can see it when you leave Mars. You just sit, stay put, don't do any crazy stuff. This is the time when you're supposed to be like, you know what? I need time off. I need time for a little bit to think about me and so on. In there, instead of doing those premature, impulsive, negative actions. Because guess what? That's what the energy is calling for, right? But that is to train you how you to handle those moments, because those moments they may be going to be in the relationship in the family, and this is what you're going to be evaluating. How you handling this energies now is going to be improve you later on. And here is, we're talking about at 11 o'clock. Of course, the divine is going to be having the last words. It's going to be like, here is, that's what I gave you. But if you stay too much into the emotions, the human-based emotions about these energies, things is going to, as you see it, you know, the moon and Cancer comes in and go on. Usually that is at a time where the kids are going to bed and now the two parents have this conversation, and you as a kid hearing everything, and you piles this up. Don't do anything like this. You're gonna be harming your kids, because the gravity that you get in it through this is incredibly bad. All right. So what you need to do is touch the base within the love within you, and able to find that little love inside of it. But at the same time, the divine is going to be up there and is going to be talking to you. Okay, don't do this. It's not proper. Let's chill, relax. Don't worry about it. We're going to be dealing with this later on. Okay, and we're talking about this later on. For it, here it's what's going to be tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be a totally different story at 11 o'clock. Okay, you're gonna see, for those who overcome these energies, look at it, that beautiful synchronizations and divine energies, right? But it's still that pressures right here towards Mars towards the North Node and towards Chiron. But more about that, we are going to be talking about tomorrow. Okay, guys? So that's what it was, the astrogravitational report. Come back tomorrow, and we're going to be dealing with tomorrow's energies. All right, guys? Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. Of course, I got to give you the gifts. Be love, guys.